So our next speaker is Dashmi Perumal. Please help me in welcoming her. Dashmi Perumal, private pride to public goal, private pride to public goal, Dashmi Perumal.
One day, I was walking with my cousin and I suddenly noticed him walking like this. I was wondering what happened to him and I asked him. He looked at me with an awe and ignored what I asked. He continued to walk the way he did. It only took me a few seconds to realize that some girls were passing by and he wanted to hide his big tummy, which I don't have. Why? Because I was being inherited from my mother's side and all the members of my father's family have a generous pot belly. As I was saying, my cousin's tummy was his private pride. But it became a public goal to tuck it in. Like every other boys, he do love six-pack. But unfortunately, he has a balloon pack. Contestant, honorable judges, cavaliers, and my dear friends, a warm good evening to one and all.
Good evening.
I've seen my uncle running around the compound to reduce his belly. He is plump, and that is his challenge while running. But for the kids in the neighborhood, it is a fun time to see my uncle's jelly belly bounce up and down as he tries to play. My yet another equally portly uncle, who out of over-enthusiasm began to hit the gym and started lifting weights in order to have a flat stomach. But his misadventure in the gym let him lay flat on a wooden plank as he hurt his back and knees very badly. Ooh, I can see many of you holding their tummies tucked in. Please be relaxed. Exhale normally. My father is also a hapless carrier of excess baggage. But he found a rather an easy way to eclipse his middle-age spread by building up his chest, biceps and triceps. As he always says to himself, the more the push-ups, the flatter the stomach. Although there is no effect. And his tummy looks like a ball. Finally, he ends up buying next-size apparels year after year. Anyways, after spending so much on large-size dresses, he's concentrating on reducing his belly. My auntie is beautiful and fair, but she's as fat as a snowman. But out in public, she does not feel that she's this fat. And she thinks that she has a very small waistline. This attitude makes her straight away go to the small and medium segments in boutiques and dress shops to satisfy her mind and make herself more happy. But much of the time, the outcome will be that the sales girls will come and tell her, Madam, your XXXL size is not in this section, but it's somewhere in the corner with a few collections. And she will not compromise on her food habits. My mom's youngest sister is a centurion. Oh, mind you, she's not Mithali Raj, the first Indian woman to score a century in cricket. But it is because her weight seldom comes below 110 kilos. She was a dancer, and after delivery, she began to gain weight. When she enters any car, it begins to shake. Once we booked a cab to go for shopping. Since there were only 4 travelers, we we opted a small cab. But when the driver saw one among us, which was my auntie, he refused to take us. And he suggested to hire a bigger vehicle with more engine capacity to carry that load. Well, Christmas is a time when we have fun and get gifts from Santa Claus. Have you ever thought about the speciality of Father Christmas or Santa Claus? Well, Santa is fat with a large heart and an expansive stomach. Once in my hometown, we could not get such a person for the carol. So we managed with a thin, lanky person with a big pillow tied to his stomach. But this Santa was so fond of music and dance and started doing fast numbers upon hearing Whoopam Gangnam Style! Whoopam Gangnam Style! Whoopam Gangnam Style! This dance let the pillow disentangle from his stomach. There, I understood the value of a belly. Imagine a Santa Claus without belly. Doesn't it look disgraceful? So sometimes pot bellies are important and represent cuteness. So I thank you all for listening to me patiently and to the contestant.